Good morning, everyone. Today is a special video because it's a special day. 48 years ago, this fortune mountain dude was brought into this world not knowing what he was supposed to do. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I've had a rough last few years. Very thankful to be alive and still conquering and still living life to its fullest every day. And about 5-6 years ago, had a really tough time health-wise and just kept getting worse over the next few years. And, you know, it was a struggle. It was tough. I've lived a life of tragedy, family passed left and right at very young ages. So I've had a lot of turmoil and trial just with that. That's where the whole symbolism of me climbing mountains and conquering mountains is the rough things that we have to deal with in life. And you have to keep pushing through. You have to be strong. You have to be resilient, persistent, keep going through. If you've been following me at all, you know that's the case of why I climb the mountains and why I have such a passion to climb every summit I possibly can. Not just on the Appalachian Trail, but everywhere I go, every Thru-Hike. That's one of my biggest passions: climbing mountains, getting to the top, conquering something else. It symbolizes what I've conquered in real life. Not that climbing mountains isn't real life, but the symbolism of it. So if you've been following me at all, you know that my health has been pretty rough the last few years. And I wanted to kind of do a video here to celebrate the fact that another year of my life, I should say, has been completed. As I always say, that's another year in the bag. So it is really special to me because a few years ago, it didn't look like I was going to make it to this point. Medical professionals, people close to me, I always knew that I was going to push and push and push as hard as I could, as long as I could, and live life in the process. But I wasn't sure, so I started doing things on my bucket list and climbing some mountains, putting myself in a position to be closer to mountains. And then last year I decided, I'm going to go on the PCT. I'm going to do a Thru-Hike. It was that easy. It's not something I've wanted to do my whole life. I've always been hiking. I've always been climbing and conquering. That's just what I've always done. But I wanted to do a Thru-Hike, and it came very, very much out of the blue, so I did. Went on a Thru-Hike for the PCT, and I'll get to that in a second. But just wanted to say that my life with birthdays has definitely, because of the tragedies in my life and because of who I am and what I've had to go through, are very important to me. Probably the most important day of the year to me, because it's another day or another year that's been conquered. So it really is a big deal to me. Now we start at zero again, and this is another year to conquer. It's a slow battle, obviously. You can't rush through it. You can't make a year go faster. You just have to go through it, and you have to push through it. And when the trials come, the sicknesses come, whatever may come, the pains, the aches, the tragedies, you push through it. You keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, as long as you can possibly go until it's out of your control. That's who I am, and that is not just on the mountains. That's not just hiking. That's in real life as well. But I wanted to do this video to kind of update you, where I am with the trail, but also, talk about, some really special things that's happened here. Last year, I was to start the PCT the day before my birthday. I knew I wouldn't do much on the first day, and I wanted my first full day of hiking to be on my birthday. So I started on the 24th of May. And those who have seen the videos from last year knows that it didn't go so well. That first day, I was in the desert, and it wasn't heat related, was not water related. It was just simply I got a stomach bug, probably from the airplane or something else. And Fortune ended up vomiting violently in the desert. And it got really bad to the point where I was throwing up all of my water. I had no water left, and I'm in the desert, and there's no water for another 10 miles or so. And I was really starting to lose a lot of ability to keep walking, a lot of ability to think straight, very dehydrated, getting sick over and over and over. Don't ever get the stomach flu in the desert when you're hiking. I don't recommend that. Nope. But it got really bad, and I won't go through the whole story. You can go back and see the video of what happened last year. That's all on the PCT videos from last year. But long story short, I almost died, had to get rescued, and I spent the midnight hour in the hospital, bringing me back to good. My kidneys were almost shut down. It was not a good situation. So my birthday last year, even though I went to the PCT to live life, to become stronger, to overcome, almost took me out on my birthday. So amazing how that happened. Just thinking back at it 1 year ago, and that seems like so long ago because I came back from the hospital, went back to the trail. 3 weeks later, found out I had a broken back and osteoporosis, which came from that day of violently throwing up with heavy backpack on my back and just, torquing myself. Normally that wouldn't happen, obviously, but when you have osteoporosis, you have soft bones, your bones are losing their strength, and that's how it happened. But I kept pushing through, and I kept pushing through, even with the fractured spine, and I finished every bit of the PCT I could possibly do, much later than most people were even out there. I kept going until, right before the snow's hitting, like in mid-October, and unfortunately, there was part of the trail I just couldn't get to because of the wildfire. So my PCT was done for the year, and that's something that is going to, I'm going to go back and finish those few hundred miles through Washington and a small portion of Oregon, which I've talked about so many times. But that was just a year ago. Here I am, another year older, another year survived, another year conquered. I'm 48 now, and halfway through the PCT, I decided I was going to do the Appalachian Trail. So here I am on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm halfway through. I came home for my halfway point to spend some time with my fiance for a lot of reasons. The biggest is I just missed the crap out of her. She missed the crap out of me, and we wanted to be together. She was going to come out there, but if she came out there, it was just for a couple days. I have a whole lot of reasons of why it just was the best option, and she agreed, of course, as well. So I came out here to spend some time. For those who might not really know what's going on, I am going to be going back to the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to be going back to the PCT as well. But I wanted to be here for my birthday as well while I'm here. There's some things in my body that needed to heal up. Internal, not hiking related, nothing that I injured or anything like that, but some things that needed to heal up. I was also way ahead of schedule. Not that there was a schedule, but as far as winter up in the Whites in New Hampshire, I was getting there a little too early, so I had plenty of time. Not that I couldn't still have kept going. It's just it gave me more time to where I was able to do this. So it was a great benefit. Get to spend, a few weeks at the minimum with my fiance and our puppy kids, which one of them's jumping on the door right now like, hey, Dad, why aren't you letting me in? I played outside long enough now. Such a cutie. Right there, see, jumping up. So like, let me in, Daddy. But, she's so cute. But, yeah, so I'm here, going to be spending, my birthday with my baby, my puppies, and just have an enjoyable day. Much better than last year when I was in the hospital. Much better. But anyway, that's kind of where things are as far as the birthday thing and what happened last year. A lot has happened in that last year. Over 3,000 miles hiked between the PCT and AT. 'Cause I started the PCT much later, again, like I said, on my birthday or the day before, and I started the AT on February 15th. So I've already been through much more than half. I said the halfway point, but basically I call it the halfway point. I was way past the halfway point when I decided to, take a couple weeks to go back home. I will be updating when I get back on the trail. Actually, probably the next video you see, I will be back on the trail. But I have a lot of things to figure out because I want to do the PCT, I want to do the AT, I want to get them all finished. And, whether I do both of those this year or what ends up happening, I don't know. There's some things I need to figure out. The snowmelt up in Washington and Oregon right now is, going really fast, which means the wildfires might come in quicker this year. So all these things need to be figured out. But probably the next video you see will be giving the update of what I'm doing and from a trail, from one of those trails or a different trail, or maybe just from a seat telling you what we do. I'm a spontaneous guy, as you know, but there's miles that need to be done, and I just need to figure out which one of those the order I'm going to do it, which one gets done first, which one gets done second, and so forth. But just for those who don't know, and I didn't leave the trail. The trails are going to be finished. This was just a break, and where I go next, and when I go next, that will be on the next video. But I just wanted to kind of give you an update, because I know some people are thinking, well, is he coming back, or is he going to finish the trails? Does he quit? Blah blah blah. I have not quit. It's a break to see my fiance, who we're getting married this year, and I wanted some extra time instead of just a couple days in a hotel, and it was more economical for us to do that. So anyway, I will be going back to the trail. When, that will come on the next video. Which one, that will come on the next video. Which order I will do them in, that will come on the next video. I just don't know, and I was giving myself till my birthday to figure this out, so I will be figuring it out today and tomorrow, and it's going to happen quickly as far as which trail and the decisions made about that, and I will be sure to let you all know as quickly as possible. But for now, it's my birthday, and I'm celebrating life. I'm celebrating conquering. I'm celebrating it being in the bag. And I want to thank you all while I'm here, that you all follow me, and that's why I'm even doing this video today, because I know a lot of you follow and want to, wish me well, and on the trail and off the trail, and my health, and in conquering. And I know, several of you love the videos and being able to follow along, and I love being able to have you all follow along as well. So thank you all for following along, and thank you all for helping. And we're going to be back on that trail real soon, and you all are going to be right there with me. And thank you all for being patient during this time of spending with my fiance and family. And it's great that I can do this, and it's great that you all have that patience. I know that this is my journey. This is my journey, and I'm raising awareness for osteoporosis, but at the end of the day, it's my journey. And I know that you all know that I love having you along, and obviously, this is where it is right now, that I'm taking this break and getting the body back to 100, so to speak, kind of like a video game where you're powering up, getting the body back to 100, especially the insides that have kind of been messed up a little bit. Definitely healing from some things here. But thank you all for supporting me, and all the love you send. And me and Lane send that love right back to you. And the puppies, Charlie and Jane, they love everybody, so they're definitely sending that love back to you. So I look forward to seeing y'all out on the trail again here real soon. Keep your fingers crossed that the snow melts and the wildfires stay away, and that I can knock both of these out in the very near future. All right. You know what I'm going to say. Live life. Talk to you soon.